You know, when you hear the name Lamborghini, you probably picture this low-slung, ridiculously cool, wildly expensive supercar. But the real story of how this brand even came to be is honestly just as dramatic and defiant as its cars look. So let's get into this incredible origin story. It really all started with this one question, which, when you think about it, sounds kind of crazy. See, it wasn't some grand vision for a racing dynasty that launched Lamborghini. Nope. It was a complaint from a very successful and very, very frustrated customer. This single moment of conflict is what created one of the most iconic car brands on the entire planet. And that brings us right to the heart of it, the first part of our story, the human drama. This is a legendary feud that pitted a self-made industrialist against the undisputed king of Italian sports cars. Okay, so on one side, you've got Ferruccio Lamborghini. Now, he wasn't a car guy, not a first. He was this hugely successful tractor manufacturer. And on the other side, the one and only Enzo Ferrari, pretty much the master of the racing world. It was the ultimate underdog story, right? The frustrated customer deciding to take on the establishment itself. The sheer guts of this moment, it's just amazing. So Ferruccio, he owned a Ferrari, but he was always having problems with the clutch. It kept breaking. So he goes to Enzo Ferrari directly with his complaint, and Enzo famously just dismissed him. The story goes he basically told a tractor maker to stick to making tractors. Ferruccio's response, when you boil it all down, was this exact sentiment: a vow to build a better car all by himself. And you know what? He wasn't bluffing. Just look at how fast this all happened. The argument goes down in 1962. By 63, Automobili Lamborghini is an official company. And just 1 year after that, his first car is rolling off the production line. That is turning pure anger into action at lightning speed. All right, so Ferruccio's got his company, but if you're going to take on Ferrari, you need a powerful identity. So he created this blueprint for defiance, building a brand that was the absolute total opposite of Ferrari's sophisticated racing horse. It all starts with the logo, the Raging Bull. This wasn't dreamed up by some marketing committee. It was personal. Ferruccio was a Taurus, the bull. He also had a passion for the raw power and the high drama of Spanish bullfighting. So the bull was the perfect symbol for a brand built on pure power and a flat-out refusal to ever back down. And that bullfighting theme? Oh, it didn't stop with the logo. Not even close. It became a core piece of the brand's DNA. This tradition started of naming cars after famous, absolutely ferocious fighting bulls. Names you know, like Murcielago and Aventador, they're not just cool-sounding words. They're direct links to legendary beasts known for their incredible strength. Ferruccio believed that a grand touring car needed a truly grand engine. So from day one, a rule was put in place: no Lamborghini would ever have an engine with fewer than 8 cylinders. No exceptions. This commitment to just overwhelming power, usually a V10 or a massive V12, it became a totally non-negotiable part of the Lamborghini recipe. And then came the luck. In 1974, the absolutely outrageous Contact showed up with doors that opened upwards. These scissor doors, they were so futuristic, so impractical, and so wonderfully defiant, they instantly became a signature. Even today, you see those doors swing up, you know exactly what you're looking at. It's unmistakable. So we've got the feud, we've got the supercar blueprint, but the Lamborghini story has a few more really surprising turns that kind of challenge everything you think you know about the Raging Bull. Okay, here's a fantastic twist for you. Despite building this entire supercar empire, Lamborghini never actually abandoned its roots. Lamborghini Trattori still exists today, building some surprisingly stylish and, of course, very powerful tractors. The original business is still alive and kicking. But wait, it gets even wilder. Long before the whole luxury SUV craze took over the world, Lamborghini built this rugged, beastly off-road machine back in the 80s. And this wasn't some sleek little crossover. It was a machine originally designed with military contracts in mind. It was called the LM002, but it quickly earned the nickname the Rambo Lambo, and for good reason. I mean, it was this monstrous V12-powered off-roader that looked like absolutely nothing else on the road. It just goes to show that Lamborghini's spirit of building extreme, nonconformist vehicles was never ever limited to just supercars. So that brings us to the modern era, where that founding spirit of defiance and, well, extremity is arguably stronger than it has ever been. I mean, today, the brand continues to push every single boundary you can imagine. Their designs are literally inspired by stealth fighter jets. Cars are produced in these incredibly small numbers just to guarantee rarity. Their Ad Personam program lets customers pick the wildest, most insane custom colors you could ever dream of. And they're even redefining performance with hybrid V12 power. Let's talk numbers for a second. The Scion, their first hybrid, doesn't compromise one bit on performance. Its top speed is a staggering 350 kilometers per hour. That's about 217 miles per hour. This is what happens when you apply that Lamborghini ethos to hybrid technology. You get pure, unadulterated speed. And on the other side of extreme, you have rarity. Many of the special editions, like the Reventon, are made in these tiny little runs. We're talking sometimes fewer than 50 cars for the entire world. This makes them more than just cars. They are instant collector's items. They are legends the very moment they're announced. So, from a tractor maker's argument to a global symbol of automotive extremity, the entire story of Lamborghini is really a story of defiance. Defying expectations, defying conventions, sometimes even defying the laws of physics, which really just leaves us with one final thought. What boundary, what idea, what expectation will Lamborghini decide